Backtest Wednesday. Okie doke. So I'm gonna just continue from where I left off yesterday. So it's 9 p.m. right now. So I only want to do it for just 1 hour because I think by then I'll be just tired. So it's 9:08 p.m. my time, BDT. Alright, so I think before I do that, I wasn't in front of my charts today, so let me just go check out what today's trade looked like. So let's do it real quick and then we can continue with the backtest here. Probably do like maybe 4 trades and then get that data and call it a day. I hope you had a good day. So this is what the previous day looked like. No, this is yesterday here. So wow, we did some trading, man. So what I'm gonna do is just come here real quick. I only need one window for this, so I'm gonna get rid of this day. So I'll go back, and then probably this is what I would have done. I would have marked that previous day low, because this is the day that I'll be trading, right? So previous day low right there, previous day high. I don't know why I have that noise. It's not that bad anyway. So that was the previous day high, previous day low. Probably just go to the 1 hour, and I might have to take it back a little bit. So so I'm gonna go to the 11 a.m. candle, which is this one, and looks like there was nothing there, man. So boom, because that's the 12 p.m. candle I'll be trading. So wow, but there's a good story, because that was the previous day high, the previous day range. We traded below at 5 a.m. and then now we're going back into the range, and then the obvious liquidity will be this one. So I'll probably be hoping that when we open, we trade below that 1 hour low and then shoot up, but in this case I'm seeing that we didn't do that. Now let me just take it forward. That's the 12 p.m. candle, meaning I would have missed this trade if I'm requiring that we do come down here fast to go up. So this is something that I'm kind of looking into, and I'm just gonna get enough data just to see if that's a rule that I don't have to really wait for, and why would I not need to wait for. But in the meantime, we're just gonna stick to waiting for that 1 hour low until we figure out what's really going on. So I'm gonna take this back, and then this is the 11 a.m. candle, right? So I'm gonna mark that high. Yeah, you can just pull it to 1 p.m. is good, and mark that as the 1 hour high, and then mark this as the 1 hour low. And I'm okay until I figure out what's really going on. To miss trades, I'm just okay. It's better than me chasing trades. I want to take trades where I lose them, like that was worth it. So, and then after here, that's simple, right? Mark out the daily high, daily low. I mean, I could go to the weekly and mark all those levels, but I'm thinking for this strategy, I don't really need that much. And then just go down to the 1 minute time frame. And I don't like seeing this. I mean, that's okay, but I just like starting from, because what I would do was I would get the whole 1 hour range starting from 11, which would be right about there, the high, and then pull this all the way to 12, and then take that low. So now I'm looking for this range. It's all I want to focus on is what was going on, just these levels, right? Probably, but that will let me know what happened in that range. It could just be too much information, probably. So what I'm saying here is we did take this low already, and we are working on this bounce zone here, which will be my breaker right there. So high, low, high, high. That's the breaker right there. So do we really have to come in take this low. I don't know. So I'm starting to see what's going on, because I would have expected for it to come down, but we'd already have something there. So that's the 11 to 1140 range. Just maybe come into this fair value gap here, but I'm seeing something else here too, that high right there. Now this is all hindsight, easy to see, but we just touch it and shoot up. Easy to see on hindsight, man. So what happened next is boom, that's the new 12 p.m. candle, and it just shoots up. So it probably would have waited for something of the sort to target this high. So it seems like this would have been a no trade day here, because from hindsight I know we went up. Again, revisiting that break over there. What else could be here that I'm missing? So my question is, how do I participate in this? How do I know that? Let me look at the 5 minute real quick. Oh, look at this, BC. This is that venom that I've been hearing about from ICE. So I just looked at that model today and I'm like, okay. So that's a BC, and then it's not really supposed to go past half though. If it does, then it's not a venom. But in this case, the bodies, if you look closer, stayed within that BC, that balanced price range right there, BPR. Down, up, the fair value gap, you throw it, take it to the side, and it's acting as support. So looking at this, probably maybe that could have been sure enough to take that buy. And knowing that we already took out the previous low, the previous daily low, and looking at this liquidity, then looks like we could be going up. So I would just hate if it would finally come down and then fall me or whatever and go up. So I'm a bit stingy with that protocol, which is not that bad. What time is it now? 12:45, and we just shoot out from that 5 minute BPR. I like that. I need to find a color for it. I don't like that blue. Maybe that purple. Looks like my 1 minute fair value gap though. And boom, there we go. That's my target. Now I'll be looking for, and then let's say the 1250 candle. Boom, beautiful. I love that candle when I'm in the way, when it's working for me. So I'd probably be looking for what's the word here? For a desperate trade. So that's the down candle. I'll be using it as a bounce to go down, to go short, and we never close below it. And what time is it? 1 p.m. We just kept on going up. Let me just cancel to see where we are right now, and we just stayed up there. So wow, what a day, what a trade, what a trade. So looking at this from the daily level, we have traded below the previous day low, and now looking for that action to go up. But probably maybe use the 15 to see if we could get it, which will be down here at 615. Close the above, and then this one retest that 15 minute whatever. This is something that I've used to. So okay, so just the same concept with what I want to do with the 1 hour and the 15 and the 1 minute. So it was just right there with the daily and the 15 minute candle. And let me look at those. So that right there will be the final target one for that trade. So good things are coming while good things are coming. So let's go and take some more data. Again, the target is to have like at least 1 year or 2 years of trades, and it's taking me a long time just to get like 4, man. And I'm not even journaling everything that I need to, but just having those pictures in there. So this is something I need to journal and see, although this is something I know about anyway, because this is something I would wait for, that 15-minute either a breaker or, but that's a high low and a high, but we don't really come down to it. But I'll call this a bump. Once we just close above it, I'll go down to the 1 minute, and around this area, around that area, I would look for an entry. So let's actually go down and see. Let me do this. Let's see what we have there on the 1 minute. Knowing that we have that 15-minute bounce zone over there, and we'll just look for whatever here. Probably a break or something like that. Up, down. That fair value gap is what I would try, maybe enter with. I don't know, but let's see. It does touch it, and we should have. Or actually, what I would do is once we close above, see, let me do this. Let me just show you, even if it's hindsight. That's a simple way, but that would require me to wake up in the morning at 6, and sometimes I just have to go work as we get these finances, whatever situation figured out, so we can spend some more time on this chart. You know, this right here is something. Yeah, this is a model I was looking at, but just wait for us to trade below that daily low, and then on the 15-minute or the 30-minute, whatever, just wait for something like this. That up candle will shut down just the moment we close above it, and this will be in gray. And this is hindsight. Again, I say this is hindsight. So the moment we close above it on the 15-minute, I'd now go down to the 1 minute, and I would simply just have that 50 EMA and the 200 EMA. In this case, do we have them marked? Yes. So here this could be a little bit late, but what I'd wait is for 50 EMA to close above the 200. In this case, it will be a little bit late, but whatever, that's what I would wait for. And boom. So now once 50 closes above that 200 EMA, I'll now wait for a retracement and then for a break of the trend line that forms, right? So I'd expect to see at least 2 swing lows, so one high and one high low, at least 2, and a retracement back to this sweet spot over here. So the problem is, if it doesn't come back, then I'm smoked. No trade for me. So that right there is good, but we never came here, so I would have been comfortable taking that trade, and you'll probably just go without me. So that is kind of why, I don't know, but maybe it will form later. That's a good one, but we still didn't come in here. So now imagine waiting for that parameter to form. Now this is not so good. Let me see. That's good enough. Maybe I'll give that one a shot. I'm not trading this strategy anymore anyway. I'll just show it. But sometimes it acts so perfect, where 50 would be above 200, and then we would retrace and we'll come and touch that point of interest over there, and then we break. Oh, amazing. There we go. Even close above 50 after retesting it, that would be an entry. So let's just see if this worked. I mean, I know we went up. So like my target will be 1:3. Maybe that one retraced on me. I don't know. Okay, that would have been a loss. It's all good anyway. It's a nice something to look into, but of course it also suffers. But the problem is now that 15-minute, we touched it when it bounced off of it, but that the EMAs are keeping us from taking a really nice trade. It's all good. That was just a losing day for that strategy, but it was all good. It's all good. Anyway, let's just go do some more back tests. Probably if I gave it another shot, it would have worked. So boom, we closed. Maybe the stop loss below the 200 or here, and it won't. So if that's what you want to do, you got it. And this right here is just too nice. That retracement right there is just too beautiful. Touch 50. Price staying above the 200 EMA. The 50 EMA does not want to go below 200, and then that break right there, that's a nice trade. So that strategy ain't bad, but I feel like if you have to be willing to stay in front of the charts for that alignment to really take place. Because now something like this, if I'm waiting for price to come in here, we did have a nice 50 retest over there. Actually, this is also good. If you're here at what, 4:20 a.m., that's a good retracement. So that's a swing low. 50 never went above 20, so that's okay. Once we break down, you're in. Anyway, that's not my thing. I'm not willing to stay in front of the charts the whole day just to wait for this alignment, but it's not bad. So let's go down to let's go down to back testing. I want to do I have any other open chart here? Yes, I do. So for the month of April, the month of March, we got some trades here, a lot of things to learn from, a lot of things to see what would have worked, especially from these losses. Number one, I saw that if we have equal lows forming before my entry, then probability of that trade losing is high. Where was the other trade that I saw that? So I want to keep on. This one was outside of this is why I was kind of skeptical taking trades when that 1 hour range is not taken, but this is just one of the ones that didn't work. That's the same trade. Which other trade did not work? This one, I already showed that one. Which one? This is the same day here. This one again, it's just it's lagging, but I mean, who's to say? And then look at those equal highs there too. So I mean, I did make at least 1:2 here. We did set at least 1:2, but again, that right there just caused it to be a low probability. That's so it really, I want to get more. No, my bad. All right, let's go. Let's see how many trades I can do before 10. I'll give myself an hour until 10:30, because did I close my bruh? I closed my career, my back testing, whatever. I don't know why I'm choosing to do this live. I just feel like I'm more accountable doing it live, and it's good for documentation. I want to come and watch myself years from now, like what I was thinking, what was going through my mind, and thank myself to say, okay, well, thank you, man. I want 10 years plus old. I'm not gonna say my age, but I'm 30 something. When I'm 40 something, I want to look back at my age right now and say, thank you, my guy. You are on the right track. You've done us a big favor. Thank you. I'm not so proud of the 10 years from now ago, minus 10-year-old me from now. I'm not so proud of that guy. Yeah. 10 years from now, I want to be proud of me, if I get to see that, God willing. So we're gonna keep this very, very, very simple. So I can delete all this whatever, because I've already done them, but I'll just group them for some reason. Maybe I need to go back and look, and they're already named 331. This was more of, I can't remember. So we're gonna keep this whatever simple, the analysis simple, just the daily high and the daily low. And April was kind of a funny month, I'm not gonna lie. March, even the beginning of this month, trade was just acting funny. Previous day low, the previous day high, which I don't have to mark. I'm tired. And then we'll just jump down to the 1 hour, and this is obviously gonna be the 11 a.m. high. Again, my time frame is, my time zone is PDT, PST, PDT. So I'm gonna have this as previous 1 hour high. Let's streamline that daily range right there. And I honestly don't even need, I'm okay with this one. We're just gonna do it on one side, or doesn't matter, still over there, right? So that's the 1 hour high here. I don't know why do I feel like it's important to have these two? Well, I can just keep it simple and have this one right here. That's why you have those levels transposed, right? Alright, let's go next. What do we have? The 12 p.m. candle just open, so that happens to be the 1 p.m. low. Boom. That's the previous 1 hour low. So what am I looking for in this case? I'm looking for a trade to come down here, and then we're gonna go up. I have no bias, I just need to see one side taken out, and then knowing that we are bearish, that daily candle just printed, and I feel like we've really gone down, so it makes sense for us to retrace a little bit. So let's see how this day worked. All right, it's 12 p.m. so let's go. Boom, boom. Where am I? I'm on the 5-minute time frame, bruh. So I have a filter where I need to see a 5-minute order block confirmed, and that gives me more confirmation that trade might be going to that direction. Problem is we risk not going in a little bit early enough, but that's okay. Now we do have I just watched this today, that BPR, where we have a down candle and then an up candle like this, which is okay. So when price comes and touches that area, so that's an entry, and maybe my BPR will be that color. Is there another color I can use? Yellow, maybe, for BPRs. I guess. Or even orange. I can be here just choosing a color forever. We can use red. We can use yellow for BPRs. I don't like green. Green is good too for BPR. Yeah, let's use green. That green. So in this case, that will be enough. So your entry will be something like this. What will be entry, my guy? At the low of this candle right here. And then your stop loss will be down here, and then you just go for whatever. But that's my model says otherwise. I need us to come and take this low to go up, but I already see that we've taken that range low already. We have this up candle, we traded down, we short up, so that's a breaker right there. High, low, high, high, paired with a fair value gap, paired with that BPR. So it looks like a really tight support resistance level to go up. So what I'm gonna do is just I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not changing, I'm not jumping into whatever, but that's something I'm gonna take note, because I want to know where, like today we saw that trade I showed earlier, where situations where it doesn't take that low, it just stands and goes the other way. So maybe this could be one of those examples. So I'm gonna just stick to my whatever and do nothing, and clearly there we go. So ooh, wee. Okay, so that was one of the questions that I was asking myself. How do I know which trades are not gonna take that low? And look at that. There's just too much here. So how would I trade this? I'll probably take that trade from here, or I don't know. So what time is it? 12:44, and the 1 hour candle, the daily candle is now reversing, so probably maybe that was the low of the day at 11:45. Okay, already we've seen something happening. So according to my I'm tired. According to the strategy I have right now, so no entry for that one. And what time is it? 12:52, just reverses down without taking that high. I wonder if there's a 5-minute anything. This is why I really look at that. Is that another BPR over there? Ooh, okay. So that high to that low, we trade up and down, and that becomes a nice support and resistance area. And bodies don't even get there. So if you're going long and you see such a thing, then that's a place you want to either break even, put your TPs, pay yourself something or whatever, because the price could easily come down. So oh shit. So let's go back to the 1 minute. So we come and take all of this. I'm thinking if we took that trade, risky trade, in my opinion, because I really don't know so much about this model, and then we shoot up, bruh, that's a lot. 1:5, easy. But let's see if our trade is forming here, or we just want to keep on going down. So we've now taken that one our low, 12:50 hit right here, and let's see. So that's my bounce zone over there. It's now 1 p.m, so no trade for me. So even in that area of bearishness, that trade did offer you a nice bullish run, and all we did is just go back to another 5 BPR over there. That strong. I like that. And if that's something you really want to use my model on, that whatever, that's the down candle, I would have taken this one. Easy to see after it's done, right? And we close with our body, we touched it, and then look at that. So the last down candle before we shot up to that BPR, we've closed below with a down candle down. So low, high, lower low right here or whatever. We enter and we shoot down to that, because we did leave some equal lows over here. This is a low liquidity resistance run over there. Come on, right there. I usually do it like this. So that is some nice data right there. And I think we just close the day now, because me taking a trade after 1 p.m. Look at that, we just short down, you know. So that's 114, we short down. We just, oh, that's when the market closed at 1. Oh, this is Friday, and it gapped down. So imagine anybody who took that trade, man, and you didn't pay yourself. Wow. So I'm starting to see some things here. That's really nice. So that within that 1 hour range, those 2 opportunities, that BPR over there and this one on the 1 minute, after taking that sell side over there. So this one I'm just gonna take a picture, because I didn't enter any trade, and we are beautiful. I need to write that. So what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna have those BPR as a box instead of something that's shaded. I'll have it like this. So I'm gonna put borders and then no background, and I'll have those borders a little bit dark like that. Maybe have a color, green color, or just have it stay like that. That still works for me. Yep, that's how I'm gonna do my BPRs. Venom. And it's on the 5-minute time frame right there. I hope I got that right. I think I did. And then we'll keep on. Let me save this. No, we can just create another one. Template, save as. I'll just do BPR, or I can just do like a box. That'll let me know. Border. I'll just do BPR so I can know that a gray beep box is BPR, and then I'll just do this and it will work for us. Beautiful. And then I wanted to let this know this was the 5-minute, and this one is on the 1 minute. It's not putting enough emphasis like I would like though. Maybe make it a little bit darker, but don't make noise though. Now this is my aesthetic self. Yeah, but don't make so much noise though. Reduce it a little bit. That works. Okay. Template, save as. Let's override that one. Save, yes. It's gonna be a little bit darker. BPR. That's beautiful, man. So when we grow, we're gonna be looking at something like this. When we have enough stamina, and then put your stop loss so tight, or even just that low, and then look at that to the other BPR. We're looking at 1:5. These small stop losses right now, I'm just so because there's nothing that hurts like seeing something like this, and then it works it out. But anyway, beautiful. So from that BPR down candle we shot up. Let me close that so I can see. So that down candle paired with a fair value gap here, the first fair value gap, that's a strong PD array, man. That is a strong PD array right there, paired with that fair value gap, and that's all we need to come in and touch right there. Boom, shot down. So in hindsight, this would look something like this. Stop loss, aggressive stop loss just above that breaker to that low. We're looking at 1.297, but in this case I'll feel safe to have it over there, or even above this side that we took out. That would be fine. This is on hindsight though, and we take out that low. Okay, I feel like I'm getting married to this, whatever. So let's keep going. Do we need to see these levels on the one now? No, but I know that's the previous one high. This is the previous one low, so I don't really need to see what's going on here. This is enough, the 1 minute. So sales our liquidity taken right there. That's enough. So that's a low with a fair value gap. We use it, we don't go so far, we close above it. Again, it becomes a strong resistance zone, right? And just in case we go down further, what do we have? That BPR over there and my stop loss down here. So then we go again, look, we retest the same zone, that low paired with this fair value gap. We kind of retest that zone again. We shoot up. So there's so much to. So again, look at that high paired with the fair value gap. Price does come to it, doesn't do nothing. So that support, if we break down, becomes resistance. We just didn't go back there. but we do have this low paired with this fair value gap in this one. That's okay. Again, this low paired with the fair value gap. This low paired with a fair value gap, but we didn't come into it. Okay, this is just gold over here, I guess. I guess this is what makes me to stay here for long. I don't need to see that. This is wasting my time, boy. Okie doke. I want this to end at 1 p.m. I know that red line is the previous one now though, so I don't need to. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is take this picture, copy link. This was on the Friday. So go to April. So 4/25. So no trade for now. And then I'm gonna take a picture and then I'll come and write those notes later. I mean, what we saw here, the BPR and all that stuff. So BPR plays noticed, and then I'll come add on to that later, right? So here we are. No, mistake. I need to know that this was on the 5-minute. Yep. And I also need to know that we took that low. I just need to see that dynamic right there, because that's all I need to make some things happen. Copy link, paste, and then make sure that that link is what we wanted. 5 minutes. I don't have to mark this because I can see it's on the 1 minute, and we can do some test on that later. So let's go to the next day. What I do is I kind of want to forget everything I did here. Group that. So I was doing those dates, but I don't think that's important. In case I want to go back to the same day. 1 2 3. I do 4 4. Yep, 4 25. Bingo, we're done here. Okay, let's go and then just forget about that. Now let's go to the next day, which is going to be now another week. This might be week 2, not week 1. So week 2 of this month. 2 3 4. We're gonna have 5 weeks probably. So starting from the 7th. So 4 7 25. Let's see what happened on that day. Ooh wee, bruh. This is the boring part, but it's also exciting, man. Wow, 9:47. I'm gonna do this up to 10:30 and then just get it over with. Just do a little back test every day. I might not live stream all of them, but this will be here and we'll just go through them. So again, I need to do like a whole year. I don't know how long that's gonna take me. In the meantime, I'm just sticking with this simple strategy, even as I go to trade live on the demo live. It is what it is. So far this is March. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 wins and 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 losses. So 50% win rate. and I think the RR was 3%, right? So 3% for the month, but with what we are adding, we might, because these no trade days, they should be money days. Should be money days. How would I have entered this one? 11 to 12. So 12 was somewhere here. And we didn't go up or down. So 12, 12, 12, 12. We have this down candle that we used. We came down, we went up, down. A lot of games being played here. So anyway, let's go next. Let's go to the following day. What do we have here? Again, let's go check out the daily candle, which can give us, keeping it simple with the analysis. So that's the previous day low right there, previous day high right there, which I don't think we're gonna be getting to. And then let's go straight to the 1 hour, and I need to be on this side. That's the 1 minute, whatever, 1 minute. We open up the new candle, so that's 12 p.m. and then we mark the previous 1 hour high. And honestly, I don't think I need both sides now. I don't need both sides. So what I'm gonna do is just, after I draw this 1 hour, we just, you know what, let's just use one chart. That's just overkill. Let's come here, let's go to the 1 hour. So I don't need this no more. That's the previous day low, right? That's nice. Previous day low, we've traded below, and then we came up, so there's a high probability that we could be coming to this previous day high. But just know that we opened, was this a gap down? Yes, went down. Now no, we gapped up. So did we go up and then we came down, and now we're going up? So let's go to the 1 hour, and I'm looking at this range over here, the previous 1 hour high. This is just my model, man. I'm just choosing to use the previous 1 hour as my range. Just keep it simple. You could use the session high lows like landed and all that good stuff, but I'm only in front of my charts from 11:30 to 1, so I found this to be a good, nice model for me. When I start, spending more time on the charts, then we can start doing some more. So after here, just go down to the 5 minute, actually to the 1 minute now, and then have the high denoted. That's the highest high over there, and that's the lowest range over there. So make sure this is just pulled to 1 p.m. That's all we need, and we're looking good. So what am I looking at? This is the previous day low that we already traded. Oh, but look what we have here. This is liquidity. See all that? There's some equal lows over there. So so we have some liquidity down here, and also those equal highs, relative equal highs over here as well, right above there. So this market price can do whatever, can go up, can go down. My model is simple. I want us to, if we're going up, I want us to come down first, come down, then that breaker entry, and we're going up. If that venom thing forms, I just learned about today from ICT, then we Gucci, man. We can use that. Trying to see an example of venom here anywhere. Fangs. Price never came here. I'm just curious. Are we gonna gravitate up to the high? Let's see. if we do come up? I'm just curious. I am very curious. So let's go look at the 5 minutes. That's the other thing I see. I like this already. We are covering every inefficiency. So this could be a strong pillar for price to keep on going down, or once we start going up, that's a walk in the park. We just slide through. This is something else to watch out for, so I'll be watching out for that. What will this be? I'll have it in green for now. Green. I don't. Is that a BPR over there? I don't know. I don't think so. I need to have some sort of a color. So I don't need to see border on this one. So let me take out that border. I'll make it too small. And then I'll save that as green. So if I want another color, just pull up that one. Brother, what you doing, man? My eyes are becoming watery now. Just call it a 5 minutes something. Okay, let's see how this day turned out to be. So hopefully we get a trade or whatever. I don't need to hope for nothing. If we get a trade, well and good. If not, F it. Sorry. Well and good. So far we've traded below that 1 hour low. This is my bounce zone. See that one? That up candle was shot down, but then I'm seeing that venom thing here. But I think it's valid when you take liquidity. So I like it because if we close above, see how we go up and then we go down. I like this. So that's a BPR right there. I think so. So I am poised to go up. So that's, and then you can see we came in and now we're going away. So looking at this, we're supposed to keep trading down. So if we do come and close above, that could be support to shoot us up here. But what I'm seeing is we might be seeing some action to the downside. Again, I'll be waiting for that 5 minute order block confirmation before I take a trade to the upside. So that's a filter that I'm gonna be waiting for, and then if I don't really need it, then I can take it out later. But for now, it's working out for me because losing trades sucks. That's my bounce zone over there for now. This is now the bounce zone. Once we close above, I'm in. I like this. That right there. Where's our green? Low, high, lower, low. We close above. Beautiful, beautiful. Going to the 5 minute. Oof, I love this. We do have that 5 minute order block confirmation over there. That's beautiful. So everything has checked out for me. Everything has checked out for me. And I'm just gonna assume everything else. I think we'll get up here. If not, it's all good. So, and the next thing I do is just set up. If we just close a little bit above, I'll just go into the market order. But we're a bit high, so I'm gonna set up an entry limit just at the high of that break of mine, and my stop loss goes below the lowest low. An aggressive stop loss will just be here, and my TP is the other end over here. So let's just go with the plan for now at the lowest low, and we're looking at 3.87. Let's see if we made anything here. So place that order risk full percent, a limit order, boom, and let's see how this worked. So we've traded below the previous 1 hour low. That was the last up count before we went down, and we just closed above it. So low, high, lower, low, body close. So waiting for a retest, as I'm thinking this is a bounce zone over there. It needs to be a little bit dark, just a little bit dark. Maybe that's too dark, man. That's too me. Yep, that looks good. And I think my breaker should look like that. So save us. Oof. Now this is, I'm careful. I want to see what's gonna happen here. So once we close above it, I'm like, boom, I think we're getting here. And then I want to see if we will ultimately get up here to that 1 minute BPR area. BPR area now. Okay, what time is it? So it's 12:17. Nice time. And it did come down, touch that entry, and it's shooting up. Now, just to be real, if this was in a real scenario, you'll probably not be filled because of spread, right? So that will be the market price. The bid price will probably be where that red line is. So what I do is I'll probably just wait for it to come and touch me, and then we're in. But we could still come back, because this is tricky, man. Oh, wait a minute, the 5 minute candle has not yet closed. So I'll probably break the rule here. I thought we had closed on that 5 minute. What time is it? 12:18, 12:19, 12:20. Now the 5 minute candle has closed. So no, this one had already closed, I believe so. That's the 12:15 to 12:20. Hold up, the 12:20 is right now, so that's 12:21. So that would be a perfect entry. Now I don't know if your broker would have agreed, but you see we have the 1 minute fair value gap, which is okay. And it was good. This is a 12:10 to 12:15. That's the 12:15 to 12:20. We Gucci. So let's see if this worked or not. Okay, so that would have been a scare. So anybody with an aggressive stop loss below that breaker, you just got smoked, and then it's it's now going your way. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that if you keep on being consistent. So this would have been a loss, but you're looking at 6.5, right? So probably if you win on the next one because of your high return, then you can. So more losses, but also because of your high return, it's okay. In this case, for me, I don't know, I'd rather have some space. So I don't like it when my price just comes near to my stop loss. It makes me start shivering. Anyway, let's see if we hit that high on this one. Again, that's another scare, but you just stick. So we're up like 1600. Why? Did I risk more than 1%? Oh yeah, that makes sense, because we're looking at 1.84 right now. Okay. So it's now at 1. I wanted to see what the 1250 did. 1250 is right there, so it shot down. And we went up. Now this is that area that I wanted to look at. See, it did, offer some resistance to the downside, but not enough to take out this area over here. So we did close below that big breaker with candles, but immediately it gets taken the other way. Close immediately the other way, and then the body stayed within, and now we're shooting up. So I like this strategy. It's not bad actually. So I'm just curious, did we make it to those highs? Looking at the 5 minute, we have this here. So that is something that I also watch out for. So I'll probably maybe pay myself there 1.96 and then break even. That means I would have been taken out, because that's a 5 minute zone over there. Again, that is also something I'm also looking at. If to just leave your trade alone, let your trade be, no matter what. Oh, I did have that green. Where is it? And then just change color. The 5 minute. Well, if it's like that, I already know it's the 5 minutes, so I don't even have to. And kind of that 5 minute fair value gap is creating some resistance over there, but not enough to take these lows. But now we have equal lows. I'm just curious, will we still plow through it? Yes, we did, and we're using it as support. And then what time is it? 1:10 p.m. I'm curious, are we gonna make it up here? We should. So there's 2,321 floating, so that's 2.32 R over there. So our count is back up. I probably would have already closed this trade because I was below 100k. I'm just curious what happened. So I'm just gonna go. So now what I'll do is journal this right here because I did enter the trade. But I need to know, did we hit that TP or not? And is it important for me to have this 1 hour structure here? Actually no, but maybe yes, because I'm thinking we had that 1 hour fair value gap over there that I had not marked. I'm just curious though. 7, no, that has nothing to do with us. How do I journal this? Beautiful trade. I need this to be out the way. I'm curious, if I take a picture now, will those levels be there? Just curious. Paste. Yeah, the entries are there. I don't want to see those. So what I'm gonna do is just go to the next day and then I'll come and do my thing. So let's find out if this trade worked or not. I'm not gonna break even. So let's see. Again, also looking if we're gonna get to that. Yeah, it worked. Beautiful. Ooh, what happened here? Let's look at it on the 5 minute. So it hit TP at 5:10 p.m. after the market opened, and then it probably kept going up to that area that I was looking at and leaving some equal highs over there. This is something I'll be obsessive about, because if I see something of the sort now, I'll just be looking for any entry, because I know we have to come and take the high, and then you just take a loss. You don't know what time it's gonna get up here, but we know that eventually it's gonna come up here, but you don't know when. So that was a nice trade. So we're back in profits. Beautiful trade. So let's go back and journal that real quick, and then I'll take maybe one more trade and then call it a day. Now I don't know why I can't go back. This is nonsense. Okay. Oh no, hold up. Okay, let me take this call. I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I'm back like I never left. Okay. Alright, so this was a nice trade here. Textbook. Kinda. But if I was watching this would have been a little bit scary here. Oh no, my TP was not there. My TP was way up here. And this one took a while, but hit TP right there. So looking at this would have been scary. That was my point of entry. Where? This one. That was my entry right there. So close to my stop loss, and then we go up. We're looking at 1:2. And then it comes down. Now I can bet you my emotions now will be, why didn't you take TP? Why didn't you pay yourself something here? And then later it shot up. So the cost of holding is retracements. So that's something we have to weather out. So could have closed a partial here, then maybe close with 1.7. Break even, that would have taken me out, or just wait and get 3 times, knowing that could have lost that trade easily. So let's journal this real quick. That was a nice trade, man, why lie. Do I need this 1 hour side? I don't think so. Even if I see how the 1 hour structure looks like, it does nothing for me. Cause all I want to see is this thing form, man. All I know, we did trade below the previous day low numerous times over here. The thing is, in the 1 hour is I get to see a lot more, but the problem is I'm not seeing. Yeah, because I didn't draw these levels on this side. Okay, well, that's the 1 hour. That's how it looks like. Where is it? Right here. Came, and I can see that I did touch that on the block or whatever. We shot up. So it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours to work. So yeah, I think it's important for me to view those 1 hours. In this case, I didn't do that. So we only have this one side to work with. Alright, let's journal this real quick. So I'm thinking, okay, what are we journaling? We are in April. What day was it? It was the 7th. So we took a long. The time of entry was so in this case, would I have taken this one? No, we're close. We didn't really touch it. I probably would. I think I'm gonna be strict. Just wait for a touch of that breaker, because then I'm also looking at my rate of return. Because this one would have been maybe a late entry, but still, that was 3R. So let's just. I'm gonna journal and see if I took it perfectly. So my entry was 12:21 p.m. The brain will know that's what I did. And that's good. And the exit was, I think I saw 5:09 p.m. This candle here, 5:14 p.m. So that one took a while. 5:14 p.m. The drawdown was quite a bit, so I need to write that down. So what I do is I see the total points of my stop loss was 124, and how far did it go? 63. So how I would do that is pull up that calculator, and then I'll do 63 divided by 124 point whatever, that doesn't matter. So come on, no, 120, no, we're good. 63 divided by 124, and then to get the percentage times 100, so that will be 50.8, 51%. That looks more than 50%, don't you think so? Something ain't right. No, I did it the wrong way. No, we're good. So how is it? So, oh. So what? No, we're looking at the number here. So the stop is 84, and then the drawdown was 64, 63. No, that makes sense. I was looking at something wrong. So 63 divided by 84, so 75%. That's more like it. That looks like 75% to me. So the drawdown was 75. So this just helps me to see, you know, how far trade can come against you. So the duration is more than what? That's more than 5 hours. 5 hours plus, and the risk to reward ratio was, to my entry, was 3.88. So that's good. So 3.88. So now with that one trade, I made back all the losses that I took at the beginning of the month, and I have a 0.8 in front of me. So remarkable. So that's why I stick to one trade, man. Don't have to keep on jumping. I need to know this was a 5 minute right here, so that's important for me to know. When I see that, I'll know it was a 5 minute. So, and then I wanted to know what that BPR will do. Took liquidity, came down, was unable to take that low. We crossed above it, used the support. No, really close, whatever. And then now what we do is now take that picture. I also needed to know that we have these equal lows here, which we didn't need to get down to. So it doesn't matter. I know I still would have taken this trade easily. So bingo. Do I need that there? Yeah, just to show where I entered. So let's take that picture. We're gonna do copy link. It's 10:20, so I still have some more time to do one more. I was gonna stop at 10:30, or we can keep going actually, because I'm just gonna go and do nothing for now. Oh, looking good. So there's really no notes for me to write on this, so it's just textbook, or maybe just note that the 5 minute whatever right there, 5 minutes fair value gap was on the way in this setup right there. So 5 minute fair value gap on the way. So then I'll come back and know what to do. So on the way means it was on the way to TP, because this right here price can easily get to that 5 minute fair value gap and just reverse and come and take out this load. So some trades that I've seen so far just go use it as support and keep going up, like in this case, and others get there and shoot down. So I was thinking that we'll get here and then it's gonna go down, so I'll probably pay myself and then break even. That would have taken me out, and then see the trade go towards my TP. So that's something I'll do more as I see the data that comes in, see if that is something important or where most of the trades just go past it. But if more trades are getting there coming down, it's better to pay myself and break even. If most of them reverse and come and take my TP, my stop loss out, so that's something to look out for. So I think we're done here. Just make sure we took that picture real good. I want to see the after as well. In this case, I'll go down to, that's the 1 minute, right? Wait a minute, did I take the 5 minute time for picture? I want to see the 1 minute. Yes, that's the 1 minute. Okay, so let's go down to the 5 minute. Looks like this, so we can, this is the 1 minute, so I can kind of see the after real good right there. Maybe do the 15 minute. Oh, so the other thing I need to do is kind of write down the potential of this trade. That is how far it went before it came down to take your stop loss. So we look at one, we're looking at 1:10. That was a nice trade. So the potential for this one was 10. I want to write those down. So this one's had no potential. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yeah, I don't have to write 0. I don't have to stress my brain. Such information that's not needed. Okie doke. Yeah, I need an after for this. So my TP was here. What time is it? 11:45. 11:55. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this right here, and that will be a good after. Do I need to see the 1 hour now? Maybe I need to. I can do that, so I can kind of see. But this is from yesterday. This is so many hours after, so we can just do this here. 5 minutes. Yeah, and I can also do it with the 5 minutes. I can see some more what really happened. That's okay. So copy link, and that will show me a good. And I could also do it on the 15 minute as well. There's no problem. And also I could do it the 1 hour too. Whatever works. So let's do all of them. I feel like being a little bit more. Do I need to see where we came from? Probably. Up, down, up. Look at that up candle. That's a breaker right there. Supporting price. So we came to a fair value gap after the breaker, and that's bouncing up. And so in that 15 minute, that should have been written down. Probably because this, I'm also noticing those are really good trades where there's kind of like a pull down there where I'm bouncing off of before I take a trade. So that's the 15 minute. Oh, come on, I need that box green, I need it being blue. Okay, 15 minutes, it's just too bright, man. So let's go down to the 1 minute. That is something I should have noted. Geez, so you know what, get out of here. Go. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, man. The 15 minute pull is right there. So we did get into some pull. Do I need to note this? Because I've seen one of the best trades is when I do trade below that 1 hour, and then there's a 15 minute fair value gap, or 1 hour fair value gap, or even a 5 minute fair value gap. I think that is something that needs to be noted. So because when I'm doing my analysis, I do go through all of those things. My friend, you did not include it on the original. What's going on? I think I know what's going on. We'll come here and then Jesus. Okay, yep, I'm gonna include this in my main whatever. And I'm wasting so much time on my main picture here, knowing that I did enter into some pool. It wasn't just nothing there. So pull this to 1 p.m. That is something I do, and I'm still gonna keep the original one. So there's a 15-minute thing over there. Copy link. So I'll just add to this one here. So comma, boom. Now we have 2 links. If I click there, I can see 2 links. So this is how I saw it originally, but now I know that there was a 15-minute fair value gap down there. Beautiful. So maybe that's something that I need to do, because I want to see 5-minute fair value gap on the way, and then here I write 15 fair value gap pull. That'll let me know that we touched the 15-minute fair value gap first. So I just do that so I can know that we did touch now 15-minute. These ones, did I do anything? Nope. So I can know the high trades that are really likely to happen to work or not. So we're done here. Put this in a group. 1, 2, 3. That was 4, 7, 25. Just in case I need to go back and see what really happened there. So yeah, I think it's important for me to have both sides, at least for journaling purposes. Alright, what time is it? I already hit the next day. And I'm gonna pull up this side. Hold up. So let's do that analysis real quick. We are in the previous day high, we are within the previous day range. So I'm just gonna do one more trade and then I'm done. I'll close it here. So that's the previous day high, this is the previous day low. Previous day high. That's the previous day low. We are in between that range over there. I'm curious what's happening on the monthly. Not that I need that too much, so I'll probably have that level marked, a weekly low marked. I'm thinking that's not really needed. Look at that pool over there. So we do have 2 equal highs, and then there's that daily fair value gap up there. So I'm just going to the 4 hour so I can streamline this. Let's go to the 1 hour. So that's done. That's the highest range. Why can I not? Let's go to the daily. Make sure that fair value gap is nicely drawn. Yes, it is. Then let's go to the 1 hour. So come here. It's 11:58 a.m. Boom. 12 p.m. The new candle is opened. Now I want to see the highest, the previous 1 hour high, and the previous 1 hour low, and those are my ranges that I want to see taken out before I take a trade. And it's that simple. If none of that happens, then I do not engage. As I take more data, I want to see, what's really going on. So now seems like I have to do this again because I didn't put that sync tool. That's the previous day high, previous 1 hour high, and here's the previous 1 hour low. Which would be this down candle here on the 1 minute. So that's good. The other thing I want to check out, if we have any pools of liquidity like I found out on that 1 hour. So in this case I like this because on the 1 hour, look at what we have here. There's a fair value gap over there. Pull this to 1 p.m. and this is the 1 hour. I like that we have this down candle, shot up, came down, so that's a BPR right there. I don't know if I should mark it like that. I like this. I just learned about that today. I mean, it's something I knew about, but I never put it into consideration. So I think, well, the thing I would do is I would do inverted. That's what I would say. Inverted fair value gap. So pretty much the same thing, but let's just use that BPR thing. So 1 hour, and I think that's much better like that. We also have another one here. I'm just gonna draw all of them just in case we get to them. 1 hour BPR. One candle up, the other candle down, and then we did take all this liquidity, but we do have those equal highs there, so that's something that we have to watch out for. So once we start coming up, then maybe we might get some resistance here, but we do have those equal highs up there. Too much analysis. We don't want it to be overkill, so actually that is a BSL right there, buy sell liquidity into a daily fair value gap. Makes a lot of sense for us to create a low of the day and then shoot up, but this was once bullish and it was reversed. So how far can we go? And then again, if we want to do some more, we can have that high to this low and then see if we can get to this half of this daily previous day candle. So that will be the discount area, to a nice place to look for a long, which I'm curious. So I am going to move this to the left. Where does that new day start? Doesn't matter. We just know that this is the wait a minute, that has to be the previous day, but that's the range, so that's all that matters. So just below this candle we are in the discount zone. That's pretty much balanced. Look at this BPR here. Oof. This seems to be like a strong thing, man. Ooh-wee. Venom. I don't really think that's venom, but we do come in it. And then we just shoot from there. What time was this? 6 a.m. in the morning. I mean, if you're working this one up, down, you did go down too, but we didn't take that low. Anyway, let's see how this one will go. So we Gucci. Now let's go down to the. So what are we looking for here? We're looking for to see something like this for trade to get up here, right? If we do keep on going down, then we can't really do nothing about it. And then we do have that first one, our BPR, the second one, and then we do have these equal highs up here, right there. All right, let's see how this one works. This is the last one I'm doing, and then I'll just call it a day. Okay, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That's my current buyer zone right there. Wait a minute, I was gonna look for any pools of liquid of fair value gap or fair value gaps down here. So on the 15 minutes there's not, doesn't mean there's nothing on the 15 minute. There's this one here. Oof, this one way down here, untouched. So I need that to be green and then change it to blue, because I need that, it's too bright for my liking. Okay, so that's the first fair value gap I'm seeing. Still too bright. Yep, that looks good, and I think I'm gonna save that. Okay, I'm gonna save these. Where's blue? So that's the fast fair value gap I'm seeing paired with this up candle, which I'll take this one here because this is pretty much inside this one, the body. So up, down, taking out that liquidity into a BPR, whatever, and then we shoot up. So it makes sense to see price come down all the way here, and then I'll be more comfortable taking a trade from there. But we'll see how that works. And on the 5 minute, we do have multiple ones here too. So we'll just stick with that. Let's see how this goes. I'm curious to see that play. Okay, typical for it to keep going down. Am I comfortable with this up candle? No. What time is it? 12:12. So the 5 minute order block confirmation filter is still in play. We've dived to that 15 minute pull, so let's see. I like that. So the 5 minute has to create a fair value gap for me. An order block for me. Otherwise, that's my bounce zone. Maybe just combine with this one too, because it's just right there. That's currently my bounce zone for long. I do have a grade for that, don't I? And do we have a 5 minute order block? Yes, we do. Beautiful. So I just need to wait for an entry to go up. 5 minute bullish order block. Looking about 1 minute, that's my fast bounce zone. Everything else is balanced. That fair value gap price. Oh my god, guys, look at this. We have this down and up. So I don't know if maybe we shouldn't have, like, I don't know if that works, because that inverted fair value gap right there, see that we entered and now we're shooting up. So that will be one. I don't know if that's a BPR, because we did have this one traded into it. Maybe it is, because there's no body close. Okay, I'm waiting for a candle close here. We already have that 5 minute order block confirmation. If I don't see that, I stick to my end. See that right there? So if I entered early, this will be a stop loss. So too bad. So we have to forget about that 5 minute order block, and everything else I thought was important. Let's look for something else. In this case, now this is my bounce zone up here. What time is it? 12:36. So this could be one of those days where we just shoot to the downside. I like this equalize here instead of this 1 hour range. Buy side liquidity, or do I do this one? So all the same. So it looks like this could be a no trade day. It's now 12:42. That's now my new bounce zone instead of the 15 minute fair value gap still. Okay, I like that. So we do have this one here that we could use easily. That bump, I just now it's past 12. It's now past 12:50 where I want to. I'm thinking I don't need that 5 minute order block thing, but in this case we do have it here. And 5 minute order block confirmed. I'll still want us to close above this bounce zone. I like that one better. Low, high, lower, low, and we shoot up. I need to see a body close. Still within that 15 minute fair value gap. Actually, just about to completely close it. What time is it? It's now 12:51. No body close. Now I do include everything, including the bodies, including the wicks as for my bounce zones. So I need to see a candle close above that. That's good. Now in this case, because of I'm thinking this time, something called fear of missing out, I think I'll just enter that trade. My stop loss will be down here, and I'll go target that previous one on high. Again, my desired entry will be down here. So 3.42 and 2.86. That's okay, but that will be my desired entry. So I think I'll take that trade. 1%. Not a limit, but this time a market. Save journal, because this could just easily shoot up. So things are checking out for me. We are well looking at that 15-minute fair value gap that we completely closed, and a safe trade will be to enter above this high, that 5-minute bump over there. But so if we do close above that, we can look to add, but then time is also not on our side. I like how we shot up with that 5-minute fair value 5-minute candle. So let's see what happened here. That was my bounce zone, low, high, low, closed above it. Because of time, I don't want to wait for a retest because fear of missing out. Anyway, the most important thing is just taking data. So let's see how this worked. We're in the hole, and it's beautiful how it came and touched the breaker, right? So that should have been my entry on a limit right there. But this time you can see that thing just shoot up, so I'm okay with my entry as it is. So when I journal, I'll just keep it real. My entry was right there. So let's see if we can close the day with some profits. So far we've done 1:9 0.9. And what time is it? 1:14. Damn, we just gapped down, and that stop loss is just too near, and we're gonna be taken out. Look at those equal lows. If this thing wins, that's a miracle. Yeah, something about when the market opens, the dynamics are just different. I do believe if this was around 12:30, that would have worked. But we do lose on that one. Trade taken late. What time did we take that trade? We took it at 12:53. The close of that 12:52 candle. So we do close with 1861. So if we do see a lot of this, then we must restrict ourselves from taking a trade after 12:50. But this could have easily gone up anyway. So that 50-minute didn't do nothing for us, and then we were just too bearish, man. We were just too bearish. So something that I've seen with these April trades is if the day is closing bearish, the next day is probably gapping down and going the other side. So we were trying to fight that bearishness, but we did see at least a retracement anyway. I'm just thinking, but we're not like up here. This was green at some point, right? I can't remember. So I'm gonna journal this, and then I'm just gonna call it a night, and I've done enough. Some great lands in this case. Looking at the 5-minute, did we see any BPR or whatever? About the 1-minute, trade below some liquidity, and then we see that pattern. Not really. So in this case, what would you have done, man? Nothing. So this is just one of the trades that were good but didn't work, and it's all good. So today we've seen one win and one loss. So let's go journal this real quick. No, that's too noisy. So again, as we journal, we'll see how many trades did we take after 12:50 or after 12:45. Did they work? Did they not work? So if most of those late trades are not working, then it's not worth it taking them, right? So I was doing a long here. My entry was at 12:50. I do remember 12:53. If I waited, I could have touched that, whatever. But seeing that it's late, There's no need. And then I was taken out at that right there is what took me out. This one, 4:17 p.m. Drawdown is 100. So now we have 4 losses here and 1 win, and we're still in profit. So that's like 17 minutes, 24 minutes. I hope my math is right. 7 minutes to 1 and 17 minutes past 24 minutes. Risk to reward ratio allows no 0. The potential was there. We had a potential of 0.8. Come on. 0.89, so we'll just do 0.8. And let's take those pictures real quick, and we're done here. I'm curious what happened the next day, so that we were deep. So seems like when that 1 hour is kind of this deep, the probability of it reversing is kind of low. It's likely gonna close deep, and then maybe the next 1 hour will do its thing. I don't know. We are working on that data. Too much noise. This is that daily range that I was thinking will come down to, but we have these equal lows here and equal highs, so we have liquidity pools on both sides. So if I was to keep on trading this, I'll wait for either side to be taken out and then aim for the other side. But this is a long play here. That would mean I babysit this. I babysit price, and that's not happening. But I'll take those pictures. Let me clean up this, but this is the last one I'm doing. I'm tired, man. Had a long day at work. Me tired. Clean up. Anything below 1 hour doesn't need to be seen on the 1 hour chart. This is the 15 minute. I don't need to see that. So that's the 1 hour high, the 1 hour low. That's okay. And that was where I wanted this trade to go to, but it did not. It gapped down on me, and I think that's okay. We can take that picture now. As long as I can clearly see the entry, that's good. That was a nice entry, I'm not gonna lie. It just didn't work. Probably because it was the last market was about to close, so the dynamics change after the market opens in this case. Otherwise, this should have cool. There's a high probability, so this is kind of the trades I've been taking of late, where if they don't work, I'm okay. I'm like, that was worth it. No more chasing trades, man. We are past that. Nonsense. So what I'm gonna do is take a picture here, copy link. I'm curious, so I'm gonna go to the next day so I can just see what happened if we came and took this low and then came back into the range. So what I'm thinking, we either take these lows and then shoot the other side, or take those highs and shoot this other side. Okay, so we didn't do so much. So we've taken this side and we have these equal lows here. So can I do one more day? No, I'm tired. I'm done. It's 10:50 p.m. Gonna wake up early tomorrow, so yeah, I'm done here. So this is what happened after. So I'll take a picture of this. (10 a.m. the current day. I thought they'll come down, take this line and shoot up. So I'm thinking this is some liquidity in here, whatever hoping. So if I was trading this day, I'll just make sure nothing is on my chart. I have a fresh, forget about all these levels and just start over fresh. I find it's much easier for me that way, because what would happen is I would carry on with my bias from the following day, from the previous day, and then today I can see the market doing something else, and instead of conforming to what the market is doing, I'm still stuck to my bias. You know, and you end up losing, and then at the end of the year you're like, oh, this is what I should have done. So I prefer to just start clean. Now I need a picture of this. This is what happened. So I need that. No. I need to take this. I need to do this data entry right here. Pull this back to the 1 hour chart. That's where we finished. Maybe include that 1 hour too. And let's do this entry. So that trade was entered at. Wait, let's see. Let me find it. 12:53. What in the world is going on here? Why do we have this here? It should be this here. So copy. Hold it. Yep, include that. So I'm gonna do it like that. That's okay. So copy, paste. This is why I like to confirm that I have the right picture taken. There we go. And then now let's look at the. Boy, I'm tired. Let's look at what happened the following day. So I can just have this on the 5-minute or the 15-minute, whatever, doesn't matter. I just need to see what or the 1 hour here is also showing it nicely. So I can have it looking like that, and then put this on 5-minute, maybe, and then squeeze it. This right here is showing it nicely. So maybe I can have this on the daily. And then have this on the 1 hour. My position is showing. I know that's the previous day range. Can I name this? No. Previous day range. So I know. Deep discount, and then we short from there. Bingo. Bingololo. Previous day range. Or the previous 2-day range, because it was this one. So I just do something like this, but then I can see it's here. Previous 2-day range. This is over analyzing, but whatever, man. And I am done with today's back testing. So I only did 2. Yeah. That goes to the after tab over there. So 1 win, 1 loss. This 1 win put us. We were in a drawdown. The only 1 win put us in the money, right? So it's a nice strategy, man. And now we just lost 1, so we do close with 2.8 so far for the month. This one says otherwise. So that is marked, and I'll see you guys again. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm not available. Long day for me. But God is my strength, brah. So I got 11 views. Thank you so much for tuning in. So let me clean up these charts real quick, and then we are done here. Trend line. What day is this? 7/4/7/25. So I'm gonna keep on taking this. I don't have to do everything on the live stream. I'm just gonna group this. And we're done here. Clean charts, ready for the next day. And I'm not doing anymore. I could have easily done this, but I'm tired. I'm just gonna call it a day here. It's at 10:56 p.m. I was supposed to stop at 10:30, so only 2 entries for the. Actually, is it 2 entries? No. think 3 entries, but so much. So let's just go back to the first one, the first entry that we did. I did notice some things. I've seen a few videos today from ICT and some other guys who are explaining more from ICT about that BPR thing. Already seen some potential of it, right? So this is the previous 1 hour high, the previous 1 hour low. Previous 1 hour high was not taken, so I was kind of curious on such trades where the previous 1 hour high is not taken, but in this case all the damage is already done. Below that low over there, do have a breaker, up candle, shot down, went up, and that CB, which is immediately balanced. So it's a balanced price range. We do come into that zone and we're shooting up, and this right here is a 5-minute one, so we didn't need to get up there because that was on the way. So that was a nice place to, if you enter that trade, there's a nice place to pay yourself a little bit and then break even, just in case the trade reverses like it did. And then here's a nice setup that formed from that BPR. So this is just me looking at price, kind of seeing the opportunities that lied within that previous 1 hour. My preference is all this to form above that range, but that's not gonna happen every day. So we are studying that to see how we can take advantage of those internal range trades that seek external liquidity. The second one was this one. That was a nice winner. Again, waited for the 1 hour range to be traded out, and then one thing also, we did trade into a 15-minute fair value gap, which is what I'm finding this strategy to really work. If we trade above that previous low, and then there's like a 15-minute fair value gap, or even a 5-minute fair value gap, and a 1 hour fair value gap too, and then that setup forms. So we do have a high, low, and high, low, and high, a breaker. Price comes back to that breaker right there. We respect the low. I mean, the board is, it's good when the bodies stay within that breaker, right? But in this case, the body that closed below was immediately price goes up. We see the same thing again. Body closed below the breaker, the next candle goes back up. So you can see there's a tendency to want to go up. You only find out the results of it after it has happened, and that's trading right there for you. This is a 5-minute fair value gap where mostly price can get to and reverse. So this right here is already 1:2 when we got here. So if I was trading this and price started coming down, I'll be beating myself. Why? I didn't pay myself, because this could easily be a stop loss. That hurts when you see money and then price comes and takes you out. But the cost of holding on to your position is retracement. So you have to weather that out, knowing that if this goes, I'm looking at 3.8, close to 4R. So is it worth it being taken out? Is it worth it to you to keep holding? Because this one later worked. He went and hit TP nicely. As you can see, the trade was right here. That was that retracement, and we shot up, and later we hit that TP at the previous one high. You can see that it kept on going up. And then this is that last trade where it doesn't matter if there's a 15-minute fair value gap. But as you can see, price did respect that area, but it happened a little bit late, and then market open and we gap down. So something happened between the market close and the market open, right? Otherwise, that was a strong area to hold price to keep going up, but for some reason the dynamics changed. Or it was poised to do the same thing, but at least we did see some return. That was like a 0.8R, and it just didn't work. So, and nothing I could have done about that. We do have some internal some liquidity over here, and probably to that high. So what happened next is, did we reverse and go up? Yes, we did, but much later. So we did get to this level here, but because the range was, so this range here is in between this candle, but it had to do some more damage to the downside, and then so it went up. So if we were to babysit this thing, there's quite a few hours and then it shot up much later. So I just don't have the time to do that, man. As you can see, this is the 1 hour. We have the low, high, lower, low, and then we break up. So that breakup paired with a fair value gap, bruh. Do you have a BPR? Yes, we do have a BPR here. So that up and then down. So this was supposed to hold price to go down, but we close above it. So that BPR, that's a support area, right? The resistance now turns to support, but just below it we have a fair value gap. So if you're doing that BPR thing or whatever, the island, whatever you want to do it, your stop loss should cater for this fair value gap here. And I don't even think that's a venom anymore or whatever, but that's a breaker right there on the 1 hour. And this is the previous day range, this one, the previous day range, and half of it is discount, and we're looking for premium prices, right? So we're buying cheap to go sell high. Look at that big double top there, perfect, beautiful. So that's a OTE entry, the fair value gap and a breaker, and we shoot up. So if I was in front of my charts, that's an area I'll be wanting to look for. I'm just curious if this would have missed me if I was waiting for us to trade below that low. After we've, so we're looking into that, waiting for that previous low to close fast. That would have missed you. But if I was entering with that 1 hour favor breaker, bruh, that was sweet. Anyway, we'll keep on doing this now and then until we have a strong strategy, strong system, where we can dive in between a few strategies, but within the same concept, within the same family, within the same group, right? So look at those BPRs and keep on working on that breaker, knowing when we don't have to trade below a range. We can just stay within the range and find something and seek for internal liquidity. Okie doke. I feel like my knowledge of this thing is just growing, bro. We're gonna be gurus soon. Oh crap. Keep working hard, it will pay off. We keep working on the skill of trading, and money should be a byproduct, right? Anyway, I'm gonna just end it here. So thank you for joining in, and the stream is done. Good night or good morning, wherever you are, and I love you. God loves you more, and I'm out. Peace. Peace.